want to enjoy the benefits of it. And then the third one kind of goes into this, but just having that continuous learning mindset. I think that most people on accounts like this, or if you're on YouTube and you're already doing these things, you already value some form of professional and personal growth. But the thing is, I think most people, because of just our schooling system, we think, okay, once we graduated, that's great, what's the next big goal? Instead of looking at the day-to-day things that we need to do to build a proper system for ourselves every single day. And this kind of goes back into her question of putting things, or her statement on putting things into a system of daily, weekly, monthly, morning, afternoon, evening structure. Okay, lastly, so I'm just gonna share a little section in the journal so you can see. So for those of you that have been in the group, you've kind of already seen this, but here you have the wheel of life. So I have different categories than what most people have. I'm gonna make this very quick though. So all you have to do is look at each of these areas and give yourself a score 1 through 10, pretty much rating how satisfied you are with each area. You have mental health, financial health and resources, meaningful experiences, self-image, confidence, all that. Then next, you're gonna go through all of these questions. They're pretty much gonna ask you about all of the different categories. It's an assessment, it's very long, and I'm sorry, but it's the best way to know yourself. Most people kind of stop here, and what I tell them is, if you look at each of these questions, like, do I have enough energy to get through the day? You can stop there and just make that your primary focus, and you can create your own 30-day challenge just from there. But if you don't want to just stop with reflection, then you can move on to the next section. So the next one is your AM section, and then you have your PM section, then your daily, weekly, monthly. So you have questions where you can ask yourself, and then you have a visualization, then you have recommended ideas. So based on each of your problems, let's say it's energy, you can figure out, here we go, your daily essentials. So you have your morning essentials, your evening essentials, daily, weekly, monthly. So if you want to just target in on energy, you can focus on that. So every morning you do something that gives you energy, usually working out or something like that. If you don't have time to work out, you can take ginseng, you can use a supplement or something like that. Evening, if you want to, again, working out is another good thing, or you can do energization, exercises, things like that. So figuring out what sorts of things you can use as your trial and error to give yourself more structure in your day. Like I said, AM, PM, daily, weekly, monthly, and target in on those specific goals. So I'm running out of time, but I can go into detail more later, but just wanted to share that little tip.